There is finally some good news in the CS market, and we're starting to see prices start to rebound quickly again. The field tested M4 Buzzkill up over the past 60 days. It actually had a big spike over the past couple of days as well. This is one of those skins that I said you should probably invest in, along with the even worse conditions in field tested, because there's a big price discrepancy in them. I made a whole video on this. I don't know, YouTube might have taken it down because they don't like me talking about CS2 investing, but we have seen some pretty drastic price increases in these over the past just couple of days. Over $100 increase for the M4 Buzzkill and Battle Scar. And part of the reason for this is probably because we've seen a lot of gloves increase as well. Maybe not so much the hedge mazes, but a lot of the, I don't want to say cheaper, but I guess they are relatively cheaper in the glove case. There are no Pandora's boxes or nothing, but like the Spearmans, for example, up almost 8% over the past 24 hours. Actually, let me bring up this chart because they're actually almost back at the levels they were at before the crash. Oh, actually, maybe not. They were at like $4 grand-ish, and now they're at $3,500. So I guess they're not doing too bad at all. Obviously, it's a lot better than the $1,100 they crashed to. But let's cover the market as a whole today. We've got a lot of different things to cover. A lot of different things are doing well. And I don't want to say necessarily it's like manipulation or stuff, because there's a lot of people in the market that just buy up these really, I don't want to say illiquid, but kind of strange skins that you wouldn't think are great investments, like an M4 Hellfire, for example. This thing's pretty much at all-time highs again. If you want to buy skins or cash out your skins instantly at a great price, check out skin.land, where you could also get a free $10 bonus on your first sale. Skinland is now the official partner of Team Vitality, one of the biggest and best CS2 teams, and it's very fitting because Skinland is one of the best sites. Just make sure to click that link at the top of the description for your $10 bonus, or enter code CHF on the site, then go to your profile and enter your trade URL, and you're all ready to sell and buy. Then select the skins you want to cash out instantly. Just click the skins you want to sell, select your payment method, either crypto or various bank transfer methods if you're in Europe, then just confirm the trade the bot sends you on Steam instantly, and you're done. It's the best time to buy skins while the market prices are at their lowest. Skinland offers the best deals and the largest selection of skins available for purchase right now. I've spent over 10 grand on skins recently and got prices well under CS float. It's very worth it. So whether you're looking to buy or sell, check them out with that link at the top of the description and get your $10 bonus today. And a lot of the old skins are doing ridiculously well too. I know the Glock Fade was doing super well in here too. Here it is, up 8% over the past 24 hours. It's actually not, it's like $200 away from all-time highs, but a lot of good skins. A lot of these old collection skins typically do extremely well. Now, I will say I am still a big fan of coverts. A lot of them have kind of gone sideways or down slightly over the past couple of weeks, or I guess maybe past week or two. So that's where we're at right now for that. But a lot of the old collection skins are just carrying, and some of the coverts are still doing super well as well. So they're definitely something I would hold on to, because once again, if we see these old play skins start to increase in price again, we're going to see those coverts start to increase in price again too. And we'll look at the Karambit Phase 4, for example. It's one of those skins that had a massive rebound. It went from lows of like $750 all the way to $1,800. Now it's at like $1,400. I bought one of these for around like, I think $1,600, $1,500. I definitely overpaid a little bit for it, but it's one of those skins that I want to hold for a pretty long time, because I don't know if I want to say they're going to get back to $3 grand. I think coverts would have to be a lot more expensive for that to happen. But I will say $1,400 for this knife, it is a lot of money, but at the same time, I could easily see it getting back to like $2 grand if we see demand pick up in the market again. And it does look, we see a little bit of buying here. You know, the past couple of days, we've seen like a couple percentage increases in these skins like this. Who's to say if it's going to continue or not, but either way, I'm happy to hold stuff like this. At the end of the day, the old collection skins and stuff that wasn't affected by the knife trade-up update are probably going to do super well as well. If you could get those at a good price, you should probably be buying them. One of the things I bought after this update dropped was an M4 Poseidon. Now, I did buy it in minimal wear, and it's up almost 10% in minimal wear actually, so I guess I'm doing better for once. Typically with skins like this, I say factory new is a better condition to buy, because it typically is. I'll compare the M4 factory new Poseidon to the minimal wear one. So we'll pull up the factory new one first. And for whatever reason, there I mean, I don't think factory new ones should be over double the price of minimal wear ones. They look the exact same. Obviously, that doesn't really mean anything in this market. I mean, you could get like a StatTrak Phase 2 Karambit for like $600 less than a normal one. Certain things about this market literally just don't make sense. But I will say factory new skins have typically been the better performers. Now, I will say, with the Poseidon, part of the reason why I bought the minimal wear one is because, I mean, I didn't really want to spend another $3,000 on a factory one because I just sold one for like $3,200 right when they were increasing in price. But it's kind of a thing where the price discrepancy doesn't really make sense to me. I saw this thing chopping around here, and it was nowhere near all-time high levels. It could easily get back up another $300, $500 even, and it's nowhere near the factory new price. So even though there's not as much demand for minimal wear old like operation skins, I do still think they're a fairly profitable thing to buy. And if you ever see them come back down to pre-hype levels, which I guess you could kind of consider this. I mean, obviously you'd like it way lower at like $1,200. Well, I guess it was like $1,200 for a short while. But if you could get this thing at $1,200, I think that's a great price. I think it's relatively low risk. Now, the good news is you don't necessarily have to spend $1,200 in this game to make a decent amount of money. A lot of the cheap coverts are still worth buying, and even if you can't afford the coverts, the stuff that trades up to an MP9 Starlight Protector, not a bad buy as well. Now, the MP9 Starlight Protector is an interesting one because I do believe it's in the Dreams and Nightmares collection. This is an active drop in, the case is an active drop in the game, which makes investing in these kind of weird because there is still a lot of supply coming in. I mean, there's probably tens of thousands of these cases dropped a day. So you got to understand, a lot of people are going to be unboxing them. A lot of people are going to be getting these. I'm more of a fan of the coverts and like the Spectrum cases, the Gamma cases, stuff like that, because people like trading up to them. But if you don't really want to touch those because they are super expensive at this point, I mean, gloves are something that's done ridiculously well. Obviously, the trade-ups are so expensive. Even just doing like a field-tested glove case trade-up, if you're using 5 coverts from the glove case, it costs like $2,000. So it's no surprise we're seeing these gloves come all the way back up in price to what they were at previously because they're not easier to get. And another thing you should note with these gloves, I don't have my Steam open. Another thing you should note with these gloves though is that the glove case is now over $20 on. Can you load? Is now over $20 on the Steam market. And that's very expensive. Somehow the glove case crashed to like $9 when the update dropped. I mean, people just did not want to touch cases at all. And cases are one of the things that have just been getting absolutely wrecked off this update. Like the Fracture case crashed like probably 20% in price. Steam wants to open 100 different things, but I'll show you guys here. Fracture case, 60 cents. I thought that was a safe investment. I do still think it is, but cases are like, you gotta hold them for years. Glove case, almost $22 at this point. So I still hold an M4 Buzzkill in minimal wear. I sold 3 of my Dragonfires, bought them for $170, sold them for like $570 each. So I'm happy to take the profits there and move the money around. So still with the gloves, this case is going to get more and more expensive. Now, even more reason for it to get expensive. All the pinks have gone up in price because they trade up to the coverts. All the purples have gone in price because they trade up to the pinks. So everything in this case has gone up in price. Even if you hit a red, it's like $700. Like, that's a lot. $700 cash, by the way, not Steam market value. We're talking cash. So, it's pretty crazy, and it's good to see, I guess this update did kind of make certain cases worth unboxing a little bit more. Now, what else is there to cover? There's not too much to cover. I know some random coverts are, like, doing super well. I know the AK Bloodsport was increasing in price. A lot of these old coverts, I always say, if you don't need your money in cash or you need it for stuff in real life, just holding on to random old skins typically perform super well. Don't ask me why, because, I mean, sure, obviously we've got the knife trade-up update now, but even before it dropped, like, these were doing ridiculously well. Apparently the AK Bloodsport actually crashed, but I thought it was doing well. Still, this is like a skin I'd hold on to, because it got up to peaks of, I don't know if we want to consider that, but like 320-ish, over 300. So buying at 270, especially when it's chopping around here, just consolidating, I don't think that's a bad buy at all, especially in Factory New, where those skins typically do super well. I'm still holding on to my Phase 2 Karambit, my Butterfly Fade, my Butterfly Gamma Doppler. Butterfly Gamma Doppler I don't think has been doing as well because a lot of people have traded up to it. But Butterfly Fade, for example, breakout cases, those trade ups are still super expensive, and these are actually bouncing back as well. So once again, if the coverts are getting more expensive, there's no reason not to hold knives. I wouldn't be afraid of holding knives because I don't think coverts are going to be crashing in price anytime soon. There is always going to be a ridiculous amount of demand to trade up to these expensive knives. And even at half the price, like Butterfly Phase 2, I think was $7,000 before this update. $6,000. It was almost at $7,000. So it's like, even if we go up an extra $1,000, think of what that's going to do to the coverts. And it does look like we're finally starting to see a bit of buying. So we'll see if that lasts. Either way, I think holding knives that people like, the Gamma Dopplers, Butterfly Fades, Phase 2s especially, because it's not too common to trade up to a Phase 2. And there's still, $2,900 for this thing. I bought it for like $2,400, I think, but I don't know. It was $5,000 before. I wouldn't hate buying it here. It does look. Is there cheaper? It's $2,650 on float. Like, I don't think that's a horrible price to buy at. I could easily see this thing getting over $3,000 again, because the trade ups are really expensive and it's really hard to hit these. So that's where we're at right now. The market is doing super well, which I'm glad to see. So if you're holding on to stuff, always don't be afraid to take profit. It's we're all kind of here to make money, I think. Or, you could own cool skins too, but that's where we're at. So that's going to wrap it up for this one. Old Operation skins, probably a buy. A lot of the high tiers haven't been doing too well, but I'm always a big fan of holding those for the long term because they pretty much only go up. And what else? Good knives, I would say hold those as well, but especially those Old Operation skins. I think those are great, and we could see another massive run-up in those easily. So that'll wrap it up for this one. Check out the sponsor with that link at the top of the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.